All right, everybody. Welcome to Chapter 51 of LegionsCast. Chapter 51, that sounds like a lot, kinda, when I see the Euro Legions guys have been at this for like 2 weeks and they're at 46.
Yeah,
What is up with those guys?
they're just awesome.
It's very prolific.
They're like they're like a married couple that just can't stop doing it,
Truple.
I don't know how to respond to that, but it's like that would be fun.
You know what I'm talking about.
I
You
can't
know.
comment. I'm a very modest person. That's the wrong word. I was actually looking for another word, but translated wrong.
I mean, it makes sense. I
But
just think
it's wrong. It was not what I meant. Okay.
it's so easy to get you all flustered.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
So, all right,
It's great
guys.
to see you again.
It is. It's good to be back. It's good to finally sit down with you two guys and talk in front of people. That's what we do here. No, it's this is the first episode since LegionsCon. We've got a lot to unpack. Great figures to look at. Great experiences if we want to share any. Lots of good things to talk about. So, Len,
Yes.
how was LegionsCon for you?
Fast.
Fast.
Yeah, like lightning fast. I barely even remember it. Not that it wasn't memorable. Every moment was memorable. But man, it was fast.
I'm trying to think. Did we even sit down and eat together?
Never. Not once.
We've said that for 3 years, Len.
Well, no, we ate together last year, buddy. Remember?
Yeah,
I
we
bought
did.
you dinner, my friend.
Me and Len had an eating contest at Olive Garden.
Oh yeah, I
It's a true
remember.
story.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm back in business now with my head.
We ate all of our food and then we had to start eating other people's food to try to outdo each other. It was epic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely was.
Taught me so much about America.
I was just trying to match Steven. I wasn't trying to beat him. I
Well.
don't think I did either.
I don't think you lost though either.
No, I think we called it a draw. We couldn't do any more.
The food was good there though, but still, now we're 1 year wrong.
Well, in the yeah, but the year before that we had a meal with Len. Or I remember sitting down with Len and with
In the
with
cafeteria.
Cookie at the bar. No, at the bar, and we talked.
Yeah.
remember?
That was the first night. Yeah.
So this year is
I had
kind of
one
the
meal.
You had one meal.
I had
Wow.
one true meal at the whole weekend, and it was dinner
Where-
Saturday night at the pub.
Where at the pub with
Yeah.
with who?
With it was like a mixed crowd of people.
Were you at a big table with like a bunch of like the long
No,
table in the other room?
Yeah, it was a long table, but it was probably there's like 6 or 7 of us.
Okay.
Yeah, it was the only meal I had the whole time. Though the rest was just granola bars.
Wow.
So each year
So,
getting better at least. For you.
No, I'd say it's well, as far as his time with us, it's getting worse. We didn't. I feel like I didn't even hang out.
We didn't
And
have.
they're already booking rooms for next year, so we should make dinner reservations for next year now.
Yeah, we should. And maybe we should have a photo of us 3 together. Just
That's what-
one photo? Maybe just one photo?
That's what Photoshop's for.
Yeah, all right. It's not. Well,
This is 2023. You don't have to get together. You just Photoshop it.
yeah. All that thing about friendship and stuff, you just have to show that you have friends. You don't have to actually be friends with anyone.
Yeah, it's the state
Yeah.
of the world.
Half
State
of
of
my
the world.
Facebook friends are just photoshopped accounts that I put up. Like, look at me, mom. People
Yeah.
chat with me.
So, Emil,
Mm-hmm.
how was LegionsCon for you?
LegionsCon for me was excellent. It was truly fantastic from the beginning till the end of it. And the full week. Once again, I get the chance to spend a couple of days with you in Muskegon, of course, and it's
Sure.
I'm already looking forward to next time. And it's and the whole convention. Then, of course, I mean, we can go into details, but overall, everything was fantastic.
Now you and I, me, you, Matt, and Tomas, we truly had a little unit this time. We did everything together. It seemed. I think we ate most of our meals together.
Yeah,
We were.
you got angry at me one night when you couldn't find me, when you had been eating without me.
Yeah, I couldn't find you.
No.
Kind of. Yeah, I don't like it when I can't find one of my Swedes.
I know.
One of my Swedes goes missing. I don't like it.
I lost the GPS tracker. Yeah.
Because you're responsible for them.
No,
Well,
it's just the thing that we're not allowed to do whatever we want to in the States. We need to have an American guardian, and
okay.
Steven is handling that part.
it's kind of true because don't you have to give customs my name?
Actually, it is true. You're because we
wow,
have to
is it?
state who our contact person and where we're gonna stay the first night.
Oh, it's just the first night they're worried about, huh?
Yeah, but I mean, I remember last year in customs, and because both me and Tomas were saying that we're going for a convention here. It's gonna be a lot of fun, and Tomas really last year was like, "So what kind of convention, eh?" Well, it's Mythic Legion's figure line. Name 3 characters. And Tomas was like, Brother Manibulus. And it's like, yeah. American customs is scary.
Really?
First time I got here, I had a big smile because I was like, hello? And they were like,
Emil making his
so-
serious face. Well, I had a fantastic time. I think I've talked about it ad nauseum probably on other podcast outlets. But I think this was probably the best LegionsCon yet. Now your first is always special. That one being, there's always something special about that one, I think, because of just because. But this one, everything was fantastic this year in ways I didn't know that were missing in years past. But just the absolute fact that I never left the hotel, I love that.
me
Oh,
too.
those are the
Love
best.
that.
Never had to. Ample place to eat was good. Decent menu selection. Atmosphere was great. Friends were great.
Yeah.
Talking out in the lobby was great. The venue itself was great. The rooms were good.
Drinks were good.
Drinks were good. There's really nothing to complain about, and I'm so excited and happy that next year is going to be in the same spot, in the same place.
You know what?
So-
I was actually a bit worried. Honestly, I'm not sure I even told anyone, but before the con, because last year was so fantastic, and everyone was hyping it up this year again. Me too, because this is the best week of the year for me. But at the same time, I was like, how can this possibly live up to that hype? How can it possible? And it did. And I was so relaxed just walking in through the doors at the hotel when we got there on Thursday. And you immediately felt that atmosphere. And I was like, this is going to be good,
Yeah.
But I was worried about because, how can it live up to something that extraordinary? But it really, really did. And there were so many people, so many friends to get to talk to, old and new ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really like they took time to talk to people I don't normally talk to, kind of step out of that local friend group, and you just talk to other people you may have talked to online, and but I made an effort to really like reach out to them, like people I don't see, not even so much every day, but maybe even once a month at a show, like someone that
Yeah.
might come from much further away. It was nice.
Yeah, super cool. Now the the figure lineup, the G-Con day with the figure lineup that they let go. It was a great year for me because everybody knows I'm a barbarian fanatic. I like barbarians. I like the noble bear. I was really excited. But we made a lot of predictions
Yes, we did.
beforehand, and Len was not with us that day. We had Jesse come in and fill Len's shoes that day, and he did a great job. And we did some predictions. And you know what? You could argue that we were darn close on a lot of them.
I'm gonna have to agree on that for sure.
So I think we should probably revisit the predictions and kind of show everybody just how tuned in we are.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Because like you were talking about the wonderful Your Legions podcast, and there are so many other great shows, but you know, what can we bring to the table except 3 different faces, you know? But I think maybe this is where we shine with
World
the
class
prediction.
art prediction
No.
and world class art.
Yeah, okay. I'm not sure about the art, but let's look at the prediction at least.
So this is what we came up with on our day. Now, I mean,
I was thinking we take each figure and put it on where it should belong.
oh, okay. Okay.
So let's start with, you see up here in the right corner we have Atlas.
Yes.
It
Atlas.
was maybe this was an easy one, but it was definitely Atlas, you know?
Yes.
2.0.
Atlas 2.0.
Let's put it down here, okay?
Yep.
And then we had this one. I would say this is one of the figures we were not correct on. One of the few ones. You know?
Yoshani Kari?
Yes. The closest one I would say would be with a goblin here, you know? But
Right.
it's we can't take credit for this one. I'm just gonna put it to the side, okay?
I think it'd be a stretch if we were trying to say that we were in the realm there.
We should not go there. No.
Yeah.
And we have the weapons packs. We didn't do those, but I mean, I hardly think they count, because obviously we're gonna get some.
Well, you guys predicted props though, right? Like diorama parts. Is that what the treasure chest is?
Yes, exactly. So that's maybe
that's
something
the
else than.
closest, right?
Though there is a torch. No, we should not stretch this. Okay.
Nope. I don't think we need to. I think we did good enough,
Yes.
and I don't think we need to try to make it
Exactly.
better than it is.
So this one, the steed for scapular. I'm sorry about this one. Let's we should probably take everything a little bit down here. You know? So, but here we go again.
Yes. Scapular 2.0 version 2.
Yeah.
So, and that is one of my favorite figures of the reveals as well.
And I would have to say it's the favorite figure for me.
Scapular 2 is your favorite figure, huh?
Yes, of all of them.
Nice.
And here we have a 1.0 female.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's you know, the clothes are almost the same.
Oh yeah, she's dead on. I mean, it's like we were looking into the future.
It feels like we really were.
Yep.
Okay, so with this one, another stretch perhaps. We have an ogre-sized. We have this guy.
Yeah.
But it's not ogre scale. So I'm not sure we can. We might need to put it on the side. I'm not sure about it. Shall we put it here for now?
I think we put it there. I think it's close enough.
Yeah.
Just
maybe
for our non-viewing audience, it's the Ragaron, the yak.
Yeah. So if you see some comments protesting on this, just feel free to
No,
cut in.
no, anyone. Oh,
Okay.
nope.
And here we go.
Yep. I
And
can't remember the name of this character.
no, let's see.
She's it's
It's not. I would want to put her all over here, but it's not Grisha. We really said it was gonna be Grisha,
Yeah.
so we can't take
Unfortunately,
it.
it looks like the Thursday Source Horseman maintenance time and the site's down. So
Oh, we got to talk to them about doing that on Thursdays for crying out
yeah,
loud.
that's been a thing.
That's not it.
So I'll gladly make the names up. Who was the last one? It was Slasrisalaga, the assassin with 4 arms.
The assassin.
I have
Who's
the name.
next?
It's Manisha Cinderhorn.
Or whatever.
Does that one fit with our assassin though?
No,
Emil, or
not
okay,
that
we have
one.
a
We have another one that's gonna be the assassin.
okay.
So we'll get back to that. But let's see. We have the dwarfs.
Yep.
Very, very good. And here we have an assassin, Dispasar.
That's the
Okay.
one. Stuslasva.
This is the assassin.
Gotcha.
So we, and then we go to the 1.0.
Barbarian.
Barbarian. It's a barbarian. It's
It's a
so-
Viking, but I mean,
Yeah.
we specifically called out the furry boots. It fits.
It fits. I mean, we couldn't be right on details, and if people would want to argue this, let's have the argument, okay? But it's
Yep.
yeah. And then Steven, you really got this one. The bear.
The bear. No, that one's the one that if
The
we
bear.
wouldn't have got it. The bear.
The
Yeah.
bear.
That's the one that if we didn't get, I was gonna flip the table over. I know,
Yeah.
I tried to act like I was nice up there on the stage and everything, but if that
You
was
succeeded.
that was a horse, I was gonna go ape. I was gonna, yeah, literally.
So we actually got 8 of them right. I think that's pretty good.
I think we did well. I think we really
Yeah.
did well. I think
For not having me there, you did okay.
Oh, do you think it would have been better if you would have been there, Len?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, so Len.
I was very skeptical to these 2 guys down here in the corner. The skeleton ogre and the little goblin guy.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, I was pretty sure my guess was for the Berserker Brute. I thought a lot about that one.
I almost think that we could put that dark elf character. Well,
You want to
For-
put her over the Grisha reptilian stealthy character.
yeah, because it fits the same role, but
It actually is a 2.0.
yeah, 2.0 stealth. I mean, I think that fits, even though it's not exact, but none of them are exact. Well, the bear's pretty exact.
It's exactly how Eric sculpted it.
You even got the saddle on its back.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Good job, fellas.
Yeah, the saddle was Steven's idea. I mean, of course, it was Eric Treadway's idea, but for the prediction. So then we're up to 9. I think we can be happy with this. This is the farthest stretch, though, because it's. What is
No.
this? What did we paint? Is this a wolf character or is it a minotaur? I think maybe we should remove this one. I don't think we can take this one. I think we made a wolf actually.
That's a wolf.
Well, the only thing that makes me think that was a wolf is the dang tail.
Yes.
I'd have to re-listen to the episode to see what we even said.
Yeah. So we don't take that, but we take the.
So now we're saying back to 8.
We're back to 8.
I'm still pretty happy.
Me too. You can only say, I mean, except for the weapons packs, we only missed these 3, and I I really wouldn't have guessed on the horse scapular.
No,
I would
never
never
would
have
have
guessed
guessed.
that.
No.
What are your guys' thoughts on the horse? Because all right, I'll tell you my thoughts.
Yeah.
Go ahead, because I think with that, it's obvious with our clear non-fast reaction, we're thinking how to be tactful, maybe.
Just
Bring
be
it, Steve.
honest.
Bring it.
It was okay.
I
It was
never
okay.
thought that I would want something like it, but I really do. And I was unsure until they were kind of explaining that, Scapular is this show-offy kind of guy that would deck out a horse and have to find a black unicorn, because who else is going to have that? And once that clicked in my head, I was like, yeah, I think that is cool. There's a lot of new parts there. There's a lot. I mean, I don't think any of that saddle and stuff is reuse, right?
No.
All the bridle and all the
Yeah.
bling, I guess you'd say, that's on that thing. I think that once, I think scapular riding on top of that thing is gonna look pretty amazing. It's no bear for me, but I've been dreaming about a bear since I first heard that Attila could ride a bear. So, so that's my takes on it. It's something I didn't know I wanted, but now that it's here, I think it's pretty cool.
Let's say what Big Dub just wrote, right? None of us knows we need a pimpercorn until it's in front of us. And that is, I mean, I think you're right, Steve. I think it will look really cool with scapular riding it. I do.
I mean, I'm asking you because I've heard conflicting people. Some people they think that might be their weakest choice out there, and I just.
I like the motivation of it, that he could afford this one, I'm not too, I'm nitpicking here. I think it's a great figure. There's nothing to complain about, but it was, the standard and the creativity among all the figures is like, you're getting pretty spoiled looking at all the figures,
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, compared to everything else, the horse is still at the lower end of the list for me.
Mm-hmm.
Not the lowest.
I have to say, Stephen, I think you're level 7 susceptible. Perhaps you were sold into this. It sounds like, from your own admissions.
Well,
maybe
yes.
you drive a Jeep Gladiator. Maybe you're eyeing up a reverse mortgage. I hope not. But if you are that type of person, I guess you could be sold on the Pimpicorn.
Pimpicorn. That's just ridiculous.
Dubbed.
I think it's cool, and yeah, maybe I was sold on it. I'm gonna probably if I go straight up realistic here, I'm probably gonna be in a minority, because if I'm picking the weakest figure out of this lineup, I know that what I would pick is, I think, universally loved by almost everybody. and that's the four-armed figure.
Really?
Yeah, like, I like it. I'm going to get it, but it's not it's cool. I don't know what it is. I cannot explain. I have no logical reason as to why I'm not as excited about that as other things. I can't even put it into words.
Can I say something? I think the forearms and the clawed feet doesn't do anything special for me. Just make them ordinary leather boots and 2 arms, and I think it would be more exciting to me.
Okay.
But I like it, and I really like that we're getting the arms. No, wait a minute. Is it a 2.0 figure?
I think it's 1.0.
It's
isn't it?
it's one.
It looks like 1.0 to me.
Oh, someone's in the chat that'll tell us.
No,
It's a
come on. But
1.0.
who?
I honestly
Okay.
don't
No, no,
remember.
no, no. We are getting 2.0 clothed arms, and she's not the one. No, I'm
I
wrong.
love it.
right?
I think it's great. It's actually one of my tops.
I've
Yeah?
heard a lot of people say it's their
Yeah,
top.
I like it. It's just got a cool look. Steph Works saying it's a 2.0.
Okay.
It-
Wrong.
yeah.
I'm
Okay.
wrong.
So then, actually, actually, we have a 1.0 assassin. Are we losing this one now?
No, I won't give it
No.
up. Not at this stage of the game.
Okay.
It makes no logical sense.
It's too late. It's too late to change. But I mean, just so everyone knows, we should not have gotten it. But it's more like the game is already over. We've already put all the bricks
Yeah,
here in motion. So
we can't go in the past and fix it.
it
We
can't.
don't. We
I
don't.
mean, Photoshop doesn't work like that. You can't change stuff.
We don't have a DeLorean. No. So, yeah.
So are we looking at these photos right now just because we can't access Source Horseman at the moment? That's it, right?
I'm checking now. It's still
Yeah.
down.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. So we have to zoom in on these small ones.
That's fine.
It's
That's fine.
It's only what you have.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
Okay. So I still would rank the forearm guy at the top of the list.
would you? Okay.
Yes, more to the top than at the bottom.
Well, since I'm going this way already, and I didn't plan this out, I'm gonna work up from the bottom in how I like these figures. I'm gonna go up with
Let's go.
another one that would be perhaps one of the lower ranking figures for me would be the Dark Elf figure. Yeah.
Shadow Elf.
How do you guys feel about that one?
I think this is really cool.
Yeah, I think it's really cool too.
But I think if I nitpicking stuff here, I hate why I never do the nitpicking stuff. Are you?
I'm making.
bringing
I'm.
this up for me?
Yeah. I'm trying to not be. Everybody's always called. You're just a horseman sellout. You just
Okay,
love
got
everything.
it. Got it.
And it's true. I do.
Yeah.
I even like these figures that I'm saying are on the bottom of my list.
Yeah, got it.
I'm just trying to keep it real and be like, this is like, hey, see, I can say negative things. I can say things that,
Yeah, you're very brave.
Eric saying
So,
it's a dud
Shadow Elf.
too.
Yeah.
One thing that I thought about, because I like it, I like her, but black soft goods, black cape, and the soft goods, all of the soft goods. If all of them would have been black, I think I'm gonna try to change that.
Oh, so like you want the skirt piece to be black too, is what you're
The
saying?
skirt piece, the cape, make that black.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but the other Shadow Elves have purple. I mean, through them.
Oh yeah, of course.
Kind of distinguishes them from the vampires. I think.
You're right. You're right. That makes sense. But still, looking at it as a but you're right.
I think I would take black on the mask, to be honest. Like, I think I would paint that like black. I don't really know if I like the color on the mask.
I think that is one of the reasons it doesn't gravitate towards me fully is because I guess I don't like the fact that it's a dark elf. Even though I like the dark elves or the shadow elves as we call them, right?
Yeah.
Even though I like them, I didn't think it fit. I didn't think it fit Sons of the Red Star.
Why?
I don't know. I have no reason. The heart wants what the heart wants. The heart,
Doesn't want what it doesn't want. I mean,
and I still
so
want
what
this
did you
figure.
want?
Yeah.
I wanted an ogre skeleton.
Oh, okay. All right. The truth comes out then. It's not really this figure's fault.
Oh,
And
okay.
it's still a great figure. I mean, this is only going to get better from here because I'm going to get into the stuff that I'm over the moon about.
Okay. Please continue then. Oh, I'm sorry. For you who are listening to this, I'm just trying to get a hold of the graphics here. So,
So working my way up through from the bottom of the pile to the best, the gold of the gold.
Okay, so
This is where it's starting to get to the point where I'm liking it very much.
you know what? I think I'm gonna do this so it's easier for you to know what you're doing. Steven, your color will be a purple, pink.
My color will be. How's that work?
It's gonna work like this.
This is fun. I don't know what you're doing, but I'm expecting it.
Okay. So
Yeah.
which one was your least favorite of all of them?
Forearm.
Forearm. And we have, excluding the weapons pack, we have 8, 9, 10, 11 figures. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So the forearm is, oh, darn it, just a second. There we go. Number 11. Number 10.
Okay.
And I'm
Perfect.
using the tablet. Okay. Ninth place.
Now we're moving up to. I would go with the ogre scaled horned guy that was. Yes. Again, happy to buy this figure. I think it's great. I think it's really fun that this has been on box art forever, and now it's in the line. So things are getting, but as far as excitement level, this is still down there in the rating. How do you guys feel?
It was on the lower part.
Mm-hmm.
But looking at pictures yesterday, somehow someone had posted pictures of it, and I started to see all the new stuff.
There's a lot of cool stuff.
Yeah, and it's like, so we're still going back to. I wonder how many I will get of it, but it's still in the lower part. Yes.
Anything to add, Lan?
No, I think I'm calling this like an in-hand figure, like where we're kind of like lukewarm on it now, but when we get it, it's going to be like, wow. You know what I mean? Like once we get posing it and moving it and playing with it, it's going to be like one that I think climbs for us, to be honest with you, because we see that a lot.
Oh yeah. We can't have a discussion like this and say that we know for a fact this is gonna happen. No, we know for a fact we're gonna change our mind when we get the figures.
Always do. There hasn't been there. I always change my mind, just at some point with figures. From pictures to the in hand figure. Yeah.
So we're down to 8th place.
We're down to 8th place. All right, let me see all the figures again. Okay, well, I guess I gotta go with. This shows how much of a sucker I am for the Noble Bear, though, because
we see that now.
I'm gonna go with the green monkey guy.
Really?
Yeah.
The monkey is not.
Well, I just said that because he has Monkey King parts, and which I love. I'm not mocking the Monkey King parts. That's how I described him, is all. Yeah, I think he's neat, and I think that having those parts available is awesome. I think for customs, it's going to be gold. Like, I think that I will buy multiples of this for just for the parts. Just as a character, he's But we're starting to get to the point where everyone I pick gets better. Okay, so we're getting to the point where I'm actually this is actually starting to get pretty good.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say, and I would probably regret this as well, but this is my number 11.
Ooh.
As of now, this is my number 11. Yeah.
Yeah. It's my number 12. I mean, 11.
There are 11 figures to choose from.
Yeah.
Do you feel the same way about as like the customization possibilities though?
Oh
That
yeah, I
he's-
mean
he-
it's gonna
Okay.
be better than ripping apart a Monkey King,
No,
which is
no,
amazing.
no. I mean, the thing is, I love the parts for. I'm working on a custom with using some of these parts from the Monkey King. One of the things I'm working on now. So I love the parts. The lower part, the lower legs, you have to go dwarf or something to do, to work with them. And that means, unless you're making an ape-like character or a dwarf, the lower leg parts will be hard to reuse and make them look good, proportional. Not look good, look proportional, but that's a silly thing to think about, but I'm just sharing what I'm thinking,
Sure.
So we are
Now we're getting into where I'm starting to really start to get excited about things, though. So, man, it's getting hard because I'm starting to really like figures a lot.
that's good. We like that you like
Yeah,
the
that's a good
figures
thing.
of the best toy line in the world. That's good.
God, where do I go from here? It's so hard. Because, all right, I'm going to go with the horse. This is where the horse is going to fall for me.
7th place.
Yeah, I still really like it. I still really like it for all the reasons I told you guys in the beginning.
How would you like this?
So,
Okay.
Since
So now we're only 5 barbarians and Red Sun. I take it we're leaving out the weapons packs.
yeah, those are great and everything. I can't
Yeah,
wait to
they're
get,
awesome.
yeah, but I don't
You
think
can't
we
go
need
wrong
to.
with a weapons pack.
You can't rank those against figures, in my opinion, though. Okay, I think
so
we're gonna.
wait. Before you move on,
Yeah,
I'm looking at the figures that you have left now,
yeah.
and I was gonna say that these are my remaining 6 as well, but I'm changing my way. I mean, I don't know, but I would not say that you're totally off. I'm just okay. Move on. I'm just saying that these are the top. Your 10 and 11. I would rank those higher than all of the 3 to the right.
Right, I understand. Yeah, I see.
Those
Yeah,
3 at the right, they would go down to the 3 last positions for me, and then it would be okay. I'm just move on.
this is a hard one for me, but I'm gonna go with because I really love these, and I just gave it away. But I'm gonna go with the dwarves. I love that female dwarf. That's a female. Like I don't know. I've been pretty vocal that Ragna was never I've never opened Ragna. I have her, and I've just never opened her. And she just never spoke to me. I know people love her, but this one, this female dwarf in this 2-pack, everything about it, I really like. So
Yeah, it's a great 2-pack.
Yeah, I think these are really cool dwarfs, and I don't have a lot of dwarfs.
I'm very excited to get those.
So top 5. So for you who are listening, the 5 that are remaining is the Viking, the Atlas 2.0, Nive, the Bear, and Scapular. She's called Nive, right?
She is today,
I think that sounds right.
So
and she's next.
what?
I love her, dude. We're in the top. We're in the top. All these figures are gold.
I know, but here is I'm not with you at all.
Oh, really? Okay, so here's my thought process. She
Go
doesn't
for it.
beat the bear. Okay, right? Does everybody agree she doesn't beat the bear?
No.
No.
Okay. She does. She can't be in my heart. I cannot. She can't be Atlas. Atlas is one of my favorite characters. I've loved him since the beginning, and the more and more I look at this new version of Atlas, the more and more I love it. The Viking is amazing, and he comes with so many parts that I've been waiting for. I love that guy. And then there's Scapular. How am I supposed to put her above Scapular? That's where she has to be, where she's at. But I love her. I mean, I'm very excited about that figure. Tell me who she beats in your mind. Out of the ones that are left, who should she be in front of?
Okay, I'm gonna tell you this. I need my own color just for this. Okay. I'll take a soft blue that's very kind and gentle.
Okay.
And give her number 2 spot.
She's at number 2.
Yeah.
Okay, so she beats okay, so who's it?
You don't know yet.
Okay.
I'm saving it.
All right.
Okay.
Len, any input?
No,
I think
you're good. Yeah,
You think I'm good?
I think you're good. I like her a lot too. I mean, once you break into the top 5, right? I mean, it gets tough. It's always tough to make it different there, unless there's one thing that clearly stands out. But even then you're looking at 4 choices that are always going to be close.
Now I think I'm just guessing what you're gonna say now, Steven.
Okay, you want to guess?
Yeah.
What's your guess? I won't change it. I already have one in mind. I won't change it.
Yeah. I think you're going for Scapular now. Or Atlas.
Wrong.
The Viking?
I'm going for the Viking.
I thought really you were saving that for,
No, I love the
There's
Viking.
a lot of cool stuff
So
going on.
many cool parts.
Whoa, this is a nice number 3. I'm illustrator by heart, not by profession. Okay, the Viking. I must say that when Jeremy did that little fun thing, I mean, for me and Tomas, and bring us up for this reveal, being the first figure, I'm gonna lie if I say that I didn't think this was gonna be a Viking. You know, where the noble bears and he wanted to start, and then it's like, okay, it's not gonna be a main character being revealed here, but it's gonna be a strong base for the noble bear. You know, that's what I was thinking.
Perfect, and it was. That's a foundation figure. He's
Yeah.
build off that, man. He's awesome.
That's pretty close to a Legion in a way, right? Like,
yeah.
I mean, obviously not a builder, but it's yeah, I agree.
He's
So-
amazing.
So now that because we already know where your number 1 is going, but and you're the barbarian, so my guess is that wait a minute, I missed something. Why aren't you guys correcting me?
With what?
That's the wrong number. Neve is supposed to be your number 5, right?
Possibly.
5,
Maybe.
and then the Viking is 4, because we have 3 more characters.
I thought
Oh,
maybe
we're
in
back.
Swedish. That's how you count. I don't know.
It is. So, am I wrong if we're going for Scapular as number 3 for you?
No, you're not wrong. That's right. He's amazing. I love that shield that he's got. That curved.
Yeah.
Looks like I might eat soup out of it. It would be just a little amount of soup, but it looks like it would make a good soup bowl.
You know, Scapular really has. It's really like he's pushing. I know we have a lot of details and stuff, but we're also. Oh, here we go.
Yeah,
Something that I was thinking about when I saw him in all his glory. I was like, we are redefining, or I mean, Eric is redefining what a Mythic Legions figure is. And I wonder, I'm just thinking out loud, if there is could be something negative with going into too much detail and too much cool stuff. I'm gonna say that I want it. I really want it. I think about the modularity thinking for the Legions. And I'm not saying
I don't know if they're. I know what you're saying, but I don't know if. I don't know if the way that Legions are built, I don't know if it will be a negative. So, like with other figures, there comes a point when you get too much stuff hanging off them that you can't play with them anymore because stuff just falls off.
Yeah.
You know, I think of other figures that have been like that. And I just think the system in which they've created still is going to keep these things very, very playable and posable. I don't know. And I love this. I think I'm going to have two just to have both of these displayed because I love that there
I
too.
agree. This is what this is Caspier?
Yes.
Is that the name?
Caspar.
Yes.
Caspar.
Yeah.
I love it. I love the accessories. I love the little flute that he has. Because Michael Casper plays the flute, right? That was a cool tribute.
Awesome.
What?
That
What,
little flute he has with the wolf head on it. It's because Michael plays the flute. He's a flautist.
I have no idea if is it really so, or are you? I don't know when you're making up jokes, or so it's hard to tell. You know, you're putting me in a. Then I'm gonna go all in and say that's super cool.
That's really cool. It's that attention to detail that we all come here for.
Nothing's beautiful. It's a dragon blowgun.
Oh, there's Jesse to ruin my good time.
Ah, Jesse.
Thanks, Jesse.
Thanks, and I know it was a blowgun, but it was like it felt so much fun if it had been a flute as well. And I'm like, can I blame that it's midnight here? Can I? Because now I feel silly. Thank you, Legions Len.
That's no problem. You know I like to have my own headcanon to all this.
Yeah, I like your headcanon. So.
All right. So what do we got left? We got the two the bear and the man left, right?
The man, Atlas, and this is your number 2.
Atlas number 2. Let me bring him up.
I love him.
It looks so much.
You know when you're little and you get a new toy and you sleep with it? I think I'm gonna sleep with this one. Like it's gonna be on my pillow next to me.
Don't forget to remove the axe.
I just love it.
He's thick, right? Like that head-on shot. Like he has substantial thickness added to him. Does that make sense?
And I think it's all his gear because I think that torso might be slimmed down for the added articulation. But then when you put all the
go back to that head-on.
When you go back to all the straps and everything else, it still makes him look like thick. I'm guessing because they did talk about the added articulation, and the only way I can think of to get added articulation is the same way they did with the knight, and that is to kind of shrink down that torso a little bit.
I hope that's not the case. I'm more thinking that maybe they you're probably right. I'm looking at
yeah. I mean, if they did it, and they
probably, but I like them thick.
Well, he still looks thick. Look at him; he's badass.
He probably has a thinner waist, but it's covered by the belt and all that stuff around it. You know, like the Valiant Knight.
To me, the lats don't look like they come out like the other. Like they've slimmed down the lats under the arms.
Yeah.
But these are pictures, and maybe when I get it in hand, it won't be that way. But that's just my.
But I think
so
you're
hard
right.
to tell. There's so much stuff going on around him, right? I mean,
Yeah.
it's pretty tough to tell.
We only have a couple of months or 2 years to sound like geniuses or pretend we're geniuses and know stuff, and then we're gonna see everything as like, oh, okay,
And
I was
I
wrong.
see your cursor hovering around that knee right there. Look how
Yeah, that's
good that looks.
It does look good.
I mean, for an articulated knee,
Yeah, and
That's hard to do. Marvel Legends, a lot of them can't do that, right? I mean, that's Hasbro, and they don't look that good.
by the way, we need to take out all the comments in the chat today, and just put them together so people can read them all, because that's a funny reading by itself. I mean, really, one way would be to just put all the comments on screen right now, because there are a lot of smart stuff being written, and I just want to let everyone. I appreciate every comment.
yeah.
The articulated knee. I've said that before. I was really for a long time hoping that they would never do it, but I think I'm gonna be so wrong about that, and I'm happy for it.
Yeah, I agree. It looks good. And I don't
Yeah.
mean this in a way that to say it looks good enough. It looks good, and I've seen much worse. I've seen it done well, and this is as well as I've seen it done with any figures.
Yeah. So shall we let Steven put his final number on the map for us?
There you go.
I actually debated on whether or not to put this 2 and make Atlas 1. But the only reason I'm doing it, because I think Atlas, in my heart, he's so much, he's in my heart and my soul that it's hard to put a character in front of him. But I have the original Atlas that I could put on this bear if that one didn't exist. So I guess that means you don't need the second one. Therefore, the bear is the most important of the whole wave. That's how I rationalize it.
The thing with the bear is, I think I'm actually gonna be sitting at my desk and play with it. Really play with it, and that's a big factor in how I feel when I look at the figures. And yeah.
Oh, it's going to be, I don't know.
The bear's awesome. The bear, I could easily say I equate it to when they did the moose, and we were like, holy cow, they did a moose.
Yeah.
But we already had that tooling, right? Like a lot of that tooling was already there. So the bear, to me, actually goes to the level beyond that, because you're like, yep, that's a bear.
The different stuff that they're going to do with this too, it's going to be so good. I really think that there's a lot. This is ripe for this torso and this buck, if you will. I mean, they turned Battle Cat into a griffin in classics. I mean, they can do some things with this.
Maybe they could reuse some of these parts to make a boar in the future. I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know.
It could be something.
I have to laugh at the fact that my 81-year-old mother saw this somewhere, like on Facebook, like the Horseman shared it, like, their account. And that's the only thing she said was, I saw that bear thing. That's crazy. So it's definitely, I think it's going to cross platform, across the many audiences.
Yeah.
I never expected them to make it so it could stand in the way it does with the head. And that was like giving me 2 bears, because I'm buying 2 now.
And you can paint one as a panda and then go with a really Asian theme,
Could. I definitely could.
Pandas are awesome.
Do you know that for a fact?
Just that they're cute.
Oh, because they could be real jerks. You don't know. I'm just wondering if you've
No,
Gain
not the
that from
ones that I met.
experience. Oh, okay, all right.
Is it pandas that are jerks? That are
No,
actually
I think koalas are jerks.
Yeah,
koalas.
I mean, come on, koalas are sleeping 20 hours of the day, just sitting there, and the 4 hours they're awake, they're just eating eucalyptus stuff and just getting high, and then they're sleeping. Maybe it's 18 hours, but it's like a lot of hours. So I don't think
I wanna
koalas
be a
are famous
panda.
for being jerks. Maybe kangaroos.
My goal is to be as good as I can in this life because I want to come back as a panda.
They,
I won't
It's
be a
like,
jerk though. Maybe I will.
you can just sit and watch pandas do rolling around, and then you're sitting. You after a while you're just sitting there smiling. It's like,
I'm gonna agree with Jesse in the comments though, that the anatomy is so different from a panda that yeah, I'm not sure.
Easy, Jesse. I just wanted to talk about koalas.
So there
Yeah.
you go. We did it from the bottom up, and I'm telling you what, the least favorite figure on this is still very good. So,
yeah, that's the thing. We're not talking about stuff that we don't want. Just
no.
so Len, which one is
Yes.
your absolute favorite of everyone?
Oh man, that's a tough call. I have to say that I'm pretty indecisive.
Yeah.
I like Scapular. I love the original Scapular. It was one of my top figures. It's like in my living room, like on the TV stand. So it's not even like off in another room with a collection. I love it. I love the homage figure it comes from, the old D&D figures. It's a great figure. I was afraid that it wouldn't like meet up to my expectations, a second version, and it really does. Like it's like they poured it on because they knew they had to. And the soft goods, the alternate identity, the dragon flute, everything is just tops. Like I love it.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, tomorrow I could say the bear, so you never know.
Yeah, yeah. Scapular is what it really stands out, and it's pretty similar with what our drawing as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like
We
Jason.
got the bling parts,
Yeah.
There are the bling parts here, and stuff.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's pretty close.
Yeah, it looks like
And you see the
Crockmaster with a Jason
skull
mask.
face, and yeah. So yeah, we're pretty spot on with that.
Pretty spot on, buddy.
I'm gonna send these to Eric and apply for a job as a concept artist there.
I would. If I
No,
had drawn
these would be concept art for a kindergarten working with clay.
Well, I think this is a winning wave. They all are, but I just so excited for this one. Which begs the question. Go lead us into our next line of conversation.
Yeah.
What's everybody stopping collecting? Because I have to stop doing some things. Because my Legions line is just getting my Legions,
And Cosmic.
So yes, and Cosmic. Cosmic's a
you
huge
said
part
Legions.
of that.
I'm sorry, Steve. You're
Yep.
right. You said Legions.
So, is there anything that you guys are starting to just put the kibosh to?
I've been going through this for a long time. I've been cutting down each line of figures, like keeping the favorites of the line, because my heart beats so much more for these.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's pretty much every line. So I'm just thinking how long I will keep some of the figures. I only have a few Joes left, but okay, this is a horrible thing that happened the LegionsCon week, and you're to blame, Steven.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Okay. So I've been dodging this for so long, but I had Steven. Steven wasn't really cheering him on. He was more like sitting there, like like a pimp kind of stuff, but it's like toy pimp. And it was like, yeah, you can play with any toys you want. I have an extra of that one, and you can just play. You don't have to get them. And Tomas was like standing next to me, like, these are really good. These, yeah, I have a few of them. Yeah, I'm not gonna stop collecting them. Don't you have any, Emil? Don't you have any? And back to Stevens, like, yeah, just don't feel forced to buy any, but I do have them. And then we got a visit from Justice Curry, and he instantly was like, I got a full run of each figure from this toy line. And oh yeah, you just call me. I'll give you a good price. Good price. First one's cheap. The ones. So this is, I actually bought one Joe figure from Classified from Steven. Dr. Mindbender. And
that looks like your scapular drawing.
Thank you.
You just need the Jason mask.
Yep.
So
Exactly.
so when you asked me about what lines are you stopped collecting, I was like, I've stopped collecting all other lines. I'm just cherry picking different figures, and then I came up with this, and
Yeah.
I still haven't. I have had other figures in my cart, but I haven't gotten any more. So can you please not talk about this? So with that was my answer. Moving on to you guys.
Wait,
I
so
need
what
to
are you
drink
giving
water.
up?
I talk too much.
So you just told us something you started, not something you gave up.
Exactly, because I've already started giving stuff up. This is all your fault, and I'm weak. You're a strong American who has a strong will, and self. You're sure of yourself, and here I come, Swedish, weak, sensitive, vulnerable. Like, I'm here in this big country. Maybe I should start getting classified, and you're like, damn right you should.
Well, if it's fun.
No, okay. So yes, that was my answer. Sorry.
All right. Well, I've cut back on a lot. I'm barely picking up anything He-Man, except for Mondo stuff, which is huge. So that might be one of the reasons why I have to kind of back off everything else that I've loved. The Masters, or the was it the Masters verse line stuff,
Yep.
and
Origins.
Origins. Now, I mean, I'm not saying that there's not an Origin out there that can't still make me say, hey there, come home. You're coming home with me, because it can happen. But I have totally backed off on things like that. I passed up on the Cat's Lair. So I'm really cutting down Super 7. Like, I'm not
Oh yeah, not doing the cat's lair. That's really cutting back. That's
That's-
good. That's a lot of restraint, man. Good job.
that's huge.
Literally
the Cat's-
huge. Yeah, it's
Yeah, I know,
massive. That's probably the easiest thing to not do.
Exactly.
If you
No,
when you tell me, like, when you say to me, I am not going to buy any Origins figures ever again, like, that takes willpower, because you're in Target, you're looking around, you see one, you want to take it home, but to put it back and not do it, that's willpower. Saying you're not going to take the Cat's Lair, that's like
Well, that's just the start of it. I mean, I've cut back on the turtles. The Super 7 turtles I was collecting, I'm only getting like the ones that I'm not doing anything that's not like mainline character.
Mm-hmm.
It's tough. But I mean, the Masters of the Universe stuff is a big deal for me. I mean, that's been my bread and butter, man.
well, you got a podcast. You'll lose your podcast seat if you stop buying Masters.
But, I mean, you don't have to buy every figure from every, line of Masters figures.
No.
Nope.
I can't.
You need to get all the trapjaws, though.
Panther shows up tomorrow.
Oh, really? Yes.
you do have all the original Masters classics, though, right? I mean, you have what you want of those. So, I mean, I
Yeah.
could see cutting out like Masterverse. It could be repetitive.
It is repetitive,
Right.
especially with I think I'm going to be. I've been pretty complete with collecting the Valaverse stuff from Action Force, and I think that's going to go down to just unless he comes out with something that is just super cool. I don't think I'll be buying all the variants and all the different stuff that they've been coming out with. But and GI Joe even, man. I mean I know I'm only grabbing the good stuff in that line too. So I've scaled back because before that I was just getting everything and it just wasn't good. It's not good.
Yeah, no, I think we were all that way. Don't feel bad. I mean, I have just as much stuff that now
I'm
I
done.
don't want anymore.
I'm done with Transformers. I was doing that for a while. That's
Totally all over it. No Transformers at all.
no Transformers. In fact, I'm probably gonna sell what I have. Maybe I'll keep an Optimus and a Megatron.
What versions do you have of Transformers? I mean, what Transformer lines have you been collecting?
I was collecting the masterpiece stuff mostly.
Yeah, I've been looking at them for years.
They're beautiful.
No, I'm not gonna get it.
They're beautiful, but I need space. So
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. What about you, Len?
I am actually I've been really good lately, and not lately for a while, and I cut down a lot of the big box random purchases that I used to do. You know, stuff that you walk around a Walmart or Target and you see it and you have to have it. There's a lot less I have to have, if anything. I'm done with Masterverse. I'm done with everything Motu except for Mondo, and I'm actually going to get
Then
rid
you're
of.
not done with everything.
Well, I said except for Mondo. I know
No.
that I'm going to get rid of. I'm going to try to get rid of all the Masterverse I have in the Origins. I'm doing a little side note. I'll be at Toy Fair New Jersey, ToyCon New Jersey in 2 weeks. Not this weekend, but next weekend. Come out, folks. Whippany, New Jersey. It's a great show. I'm sorry, not Whippany. It's that general area. Parsippany. But yeah, I'm gonna be bringing like a lot of stuff there to actually just unload because I kind of just come to the realization I'm never going to have room to display it all. So why have it? Like if it's just gonna sit hidden away, that's enters hoarder level. So I'm kind of out.
yeah,
Yeah, classified. I'm keeping. I like it. I'm gonna stick with that. Valaverse, I'm done. Classifieds. Mezco, I'm keeping. I got a sickness for Mezco 112. And obviously both Mythic and Cosmic.
yeah.
Yep.
It's a brave new world.
Yeah, I have 4 vampire, you know, the reinforcement builders on my desk next to the computer now, and I'm like, I like them so much looking at them together, you know. So it's like, they make me look at the other toy lines that I have, and like, I don't feel it, but I could actually love another vampire next here or 2, and it's like, yeah, I'm going for that feeling. Only thing I will never get rid of is the Stormtrooper and Rapio collection here. Yeah.
Well, that's cool. Yeah, you got to keep that stuff that's main. That's that's dearest to you. I mean, He-Man will always have a huge presence in my collection. It's just I just can't. I got to stop adding to things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I also have. I've been doing the odd thing and getting into Black Series, like but very specific figures because I never collected them before, and now it's like there's tons of people getting out. So when you go to a show, you're like, you can get a lot for your dollar or for a trade, and I've been getting them like a lot of clones, Jedi, you know, fun stuff because I enjoy that. I mean, I love that that fiction, that whole like everything about it, and I can't really resist it.
I used to have Black Series. Like I had 10 or 12 characters that I had in the vintage version, and then we had the Black Series version next to it, and then I also have one of those this mini pod versions,
Oh
this
yeah,
size.
the smallest.
And they would just like, oh, that's the Royal Guard in 3 version. That we have Vader in 3 sizes and Bosk. And I saw that a photo on that shelf. I don't have them anymore, and then it's like that felt good. It has a good aesthetics to it. But then Mythic needed the space, and at that time I had even less room than what I have now. So it's like, but it's not hard to give up when you look at what you're getting, you know.
Mm-hmm. No, it's not. And
Um,
the amount of fun that Mythic Legions brings to my life, and the social aspect of it. I'm not social with Star Wars fans. I'm not. I mean, some Masters fans, yes, because of Potu, but and Masters isn't, like I said, it's not leaving my collection. But there's a lot of stuff that doesn't have that community stuff with it that comes with it, and so it's easier to get rid of.
Yeah, I think the community aspect does ground you, so to say, very much into that specific toy line, right? I mean, because it's just
Yeah.
great. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
So-
can
Yeah,
I can
I
do
mean-
Star Wars without the community. I would never get into a Black Series group or world. I could do GI Joe without it. I used to be in the vintage GI Joe communities and stuff, and they got a little too much, so I'm not in any of that. Mythic, I think, is the only like community, so to say, that I'm really in.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the only one I'm active in, I guess, except, yeah. Other than my podcast related stuff,
Mhm.
which
I wasn't-
most of my podcast related stuff is also mostly Mythic stuff. So
I
ahead.
was active in a Swedish Motu group, but I think that group is at the time right now. I think it's very inactive. For many years that was very active. But it's no activity there. Of course, yeah. Oh, Emil, do you like the NECA Predators from Lake? I've only seen them in photos. I've never held one. I love Predator. I've never been thinking about getting the NECA Predators.
Yeah, those
I
are fun.
love.
Read it for the audio.
Jesse says, love the NECA Gargoyles. My team is complete, but I might get a few characters depending who else they do.
I also love them, and I picked up quite a few in the beginning, but I have not been completing because I don't have a place to put them, especially with all the wings. So the wingspans are huge, but man, they're good stuff. They're really good quality. Rick Jones, yeah, NECA is doing good work.
Yeah, they've definitely improved. Like, I feel like they've really taken a step towards articulation, like to give you more than just like almost like an old '90s Spawn era figure that doesn't really articulate well. I remember the first NECA, like more modern NECA that I ever got was the Predator, the T800. And I was like super not impressed with it. It was cool in the box, but when I opened it, I was like, "This is really static." Like it wasn't like you could really do much with it.
Terminator, you mean?
Yeah, what is it, the T800, the Schwarzenegger one.
Yep.
And then the difference between that and then what they did, and this sounds funny, I know everyone laughed, but Alf is phenomenal, right? I mean, the articulation is all step up, and it really marked, I think, a change for them because I see a lot of people saying that they've really upped their game. And that's nice to see.
Yeah.
I mean, ever since I got my first Mythic, I've looked less and less on other figures. And what I've said from the start, it's like everyone has said it a million times, but that you don't see many joints. It makes so much for me. That every time I see a new toy line or an existing toy line, I mean, I was like, why do they have a peg there? Why do they have pegs there? Why is that visible? Why don't they do like, why is the why is there swivel at that point so visible? And I get it because they're toys, but I keep comparing everything to the Legion stuff, and that makes it
Yeah.
doesn't make it interesting to me. Um, I have actually my first Mescos on pre-order.
Ooh.
Yes, since last year, and it's like I said no, don't go into the Mesco, don't go into the Mesco. Not that they're not good, but I don't. But I pre-ordered the turtle ones because when I saw those, I just fell in love. I was just googling everywhere to find where I could pre-order them because
But I
you
think
know,
that's a good one. I think that's a good one to be able to stop at. You get the four
yeah,
turtles. You got the four turtles.
yeah.
You don't. It's. I don't think there's It doesn't seem like as much of a rabbit hole.
True, and that is still the thing when you're talking about what lines you're cutting down on and stuff like that. Yes, there are no line that I'm getting everything's from, but that feeling when you see a great toy, it's like, and you don't know it until you see it, and it's like that is what that triggers something or makes something tingle or like I need that. So
Yeah, for sure.
um, and there are some other lines, of course, but it's like those turtles.
Good
We shall
stuff.
see. We shall see when they arrive.
I can't wait to hear what you think of them. So, guys, we got a couple things, or at least one big thing we need to talk about. Len, uh,
Yes.
you've been
Naughty.
doing a lot to
Nice.
support.
Oh, yes.
You've been doing a lot to support the Toys for Tots drive that's going on in the Cabal. You want to talk about that?
Sure. Let me bring that up. I think I can do this. All right. So in the Mythic Legions Cabal, there is now a Toys for Tots event going on. It's being run by Colin Culp, who's amazing. He's the wheel master. If you've ever seen him do a wheel, he's the best. Let's see. It goes until this Sunday, 12/3 at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's immediately, I think, after 9 on Sunday is when he is going to do the wheel drawing. And
Mhm.
basically, what that is that for $10, you can buy a spot on the wheel, and you could win one of many, many prizes. You can see here the list of
Dude, it's
all
loaded.
the things. It's loaded with some
Yeah.
really awesome
Wow.
dudes that stepped up from the community to donate to this. Pat Patterson did a bunch of Nikki Nicole and Brian Say, and a banner set that he did customs. There's a troll head. There's 2 troll heads, 3 troll heads. Four Horsemen Studios contributed one, two, three, four $50 gift cards. David Chandler did an Ilgar. There's an Azar. Horsehead, who is a retailer, did two $50 gift cards. There's Gargoyles, Boreas. Are you guys seeing all this? I mean, there's
There's
so
a
much
lot
here.
of stuff. A
Michael
lot of
James
stuff.
did a Valiant Knight. Lenny Kingpin did a full custom. There is another Lenny Kingpin custom. Carver Customs did one, two, three, four. Was that 4 sets of torches? Um, Anthony O'Seal did a Purplore. Mark O'Seal did a custom Goblin. Toys R Ish did a Skeleton Builder. David Williams contributing an unknown one. Deluxe Dwarf Legions Builder, and it goes on and on. Jennifer Sykes did a Barbarian Builder with a loose. Oh, both complete and loose. Um, you're saying like right, tons of stuff.
Yeah.
And then you at Wolf King. I mean, all of the figures that you're giving away to this.
Yeah, at Wolf King,
That's a lot of figures.
it's not only just me giving away figures; it's a lot of amazing artists that are contributing to it by making full customs. So basically, what I did was I picked some custom figure sets that we could. I took figures and I picked parts and I picked the artist and said, "Hey, I'm sending you this. Do you want to do it? do up a custom for the charity, and it'll go on the block. And everyone said yes. And Steven, you're one of them. Thank you very much. I'm trying to get to him here. We're scrolling through and we're seeing everything. Yeah, so it's Nate Armstrong, David Williams, Noah Pratt, Curtis Ackerman, Pat Boyle, Stephen Busciotti, Jesse Arnold, and Zombie 13 are all contributing to this. There's some sets that are going to go out for customizers. They're not painted. They're just the sets, which I have here. There's a deluxe gladiator legion builder with a head pauldron sword set, a dwarf, and then we get into the customs, which are, full painted. And and some of the guys asked me, they're like, well, can we paint the figures? And I'm like, heck yeah, paint the figures. Right? Like, just do it up and, add anything you want. I sent extra parts to everyone to get a really nice build. And a lot of the guys are showing some of their work in progress shots right now in the Cabal.
Wow.
And the stuff's looking awesome. Curtis is doing 2, a Valiant and a Snitch.
And it's really just $10 for one.
$10 for one.
Or...
You can buy as many as you want, and then your name goes on for each one. So if you buy 10 of them, you get 10 spots.
And everything goes for Toys for Tots. Can you say just what Toys for Tots is?
Basically, what it is that it's a charity that raises money to buy tater tots for young children around the holidays, because we find that it's very nutritious to have fried smashed potatoes in the holiday season.
And tater tots they're a real expensive food here in America.
Very.
And so like a lot of kids, unless you're raised in an affluent home, don't get a chance to eat tater tots.
Yeah, it's made by one company. It's basically one of those monopoly food industry things where Ore-Ida owns full rights, and people love them, and you can't really make fake ones. So the technology to make these tots is very high, and they are costly, and people love it.
If anyone can remind me why I'm even asking questions, please send me a message afterwards, like remind me. And if you can't,
okay. Yeah. In truth, Toys for Tots is a long-standing charity, always active at the holiday season, and they actually raise money and take donations of toys, brand new, not used toys. Around our area in the United States, there's often spots, generally around a store, that they have barrels that you can go in the store, buy some toys, put them in the barrels, and then they get collected, and they actually get wrapped and given to children locally. So with this particular charity, what happens is all the money we raise, 100% of it, Colin uses to actually go toy shopping with. And he does videos of it, and he shows everyone pictures. It's him and his son. They go out and they just have a good time. And they actually, he bargain shops, uses all his powers of, finding the best deals to get the most he can for it. And he takes that whole truckload of toys and brings them to Toys for Tots and donates them. And then they go directly to children in the United States for gifts for Christmas morning.
And I believe this is actually something done by the U.S. Marines, right? They're the ones that do Toys for Tots, right?
Yes. I don't know. Steve, I can't say that I'd be speaking.
Cool. This is amazing.
I know that they're involved. I don't know if it's something they started. Though they're definitely involved. Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyway,
and I think it's one of those legit charities where there's not like a CEO sitting on top of it that's earning $2 million a year off of a charity thing, type of thing. This is like a true charitable organization that does a lot of good work.
So all of us talking about getting how many all-ins are we gonna get, or how many figures? $10 to get to be a part of this is pretty cool, and then you can get a figure or parts anyway.
Yeah. Very cool.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff.
Great.
There's $200 just in Four Horsemen Studios gift cards. $100 in Horsehead Collectibles gift cards. There's actually, there's more than just figures. I feel like the chances of winning are very high, and it's for a great cause. So why not give it a whirl? And the nicest thing is, working with Colin, he's keeping me up to date that it's gaining a lot of momentum for next year, because there were a lot of people that wanted to donate now, but you kind of have to cut it off at a certain point where like this is all we can really handle. You think, because there's logistics involved, and that there's a lot of people already that are on standby for next year that want to be part of it. They're like, hey, I want to do this too. And it's a long list. I think he told me this morning it's like 15 to 20 people beyond who already did it this year that want to get involved for it for next year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, just got a notification. Your Allegiance just put out another episode. Jesus, guys, give it a rest.
Just one.
Let's do another episode right after this one. Just make
Here, Blake saying that yes, it's the U.S. Marines. He's been part of it for years.
Nice.
So,
I thought so.
Wow. Awesome.
Yeah. So that's about it. I guess I gotta mention the LegionsCon blues is a real thing. I suffered a little, but there are some cool stuff coming around the corner. So ZoloCon is coming in February, Len? Or don't you know yet?
The Facebook event page has the February 24th, I believe, but he does not have the website updated. So yeah, that's what's up. I believe it probably is the 24th, but that's typical for when he has it.
But the Horsemen have committed, right? It's on their list, right?
Yeah. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
okay.
Let me see here. I can bring up their information page so we can look at it. Shaboom. Let's see. ToyCon New Jersey is coming up, like I had mentioned, December 9th and 10th. So not this weekend, but next weekend. That's ToyCon New Jersey Fall Edition. They have DesignerCon, which is in California, and that's December 15th and 17th. And you can go there and see Jim and George. And it's going to be Figure Obscura heavy, but they will have some other things. And then February 1st through 4th is MegaCon Orlando.
Yeah, that's going to be really cool to see MegaCon. We heard a lot about that.
Yeah, so that's really neat. They've never been to Florida, and a lot of fans have been asking for that. So that's a partnership with the street team Slap Happy Toys.
Yeah.
ZoloCon is looking like February 23rd to 25th, because now it's a Friday night preview event. MuskeeCon is March 16th.
March 16th is MuskeeCon, and let me tell you, people, you're gonna have to come to this one if you can. I think this year is gonna be. I think it's gonna be a lot bigger than last year as far as Allegiance presence. It is. We're gonna have a Midwest meetup Friday night. There's gonna be some food. There's gonna be. Do not play the flute.
That's not what I heard, Mike.
Michael Casper just commented, "I do not play the flute." Lol.
We're planning on having food, an open bar, a room to ourselves to hang out. Sounds like there's a lot of people looking at coming this year. And this is going to be another one of those experiences where the hotel is, you can stay in the hotel where the con is at, and then that always leads to that lobby. Nightlife, evening, stuff with which, and we had a little bit of that last year. It was a lot of fun. There was, it was the first year we had the Horsemen there. The Horsemen are gonna, some presents. We're not sure who we're getting, but I know Cornboy has said if he's feeling well, he plans on being there. Yeah, we'll see. But there's going to be definitely a Horseman presence. There's going to be stuff to buy. We would love to see you come to our neck of the woods and make this a big social fun gathering. So yeah.
Yeah. So then we have Toylanta, March 22nd to 24th, and that's a return trip to Toylanta, which is a great show for everyone down south. Man, we saw a lot of influx of new fans coming in after Toylanta last year, right? Like, great people too, like really nice guys that fit the community. It's really fun to see how these shows bring in all kinds of new fans. Kane County Toy Show. That is a bit of
Yeah.
a legend. Steve, I know that's your neck of the woods. And as a toy fan, we've heard about that for years.
Kane County is the biggest toy show I have ever attended. It is legendary. It is if a lot of us are, we just talked about the stuff we're having to stop collecting because of Legions, but a lot of us do collect other stuff, and everything is there. It's a great destination. Partnership with my wife is going to kill me, obviously, is right there. Travis is going to be there. I'm planning on being there this year for this and helping Travis. I believe, yeah. I believe he's going to be a street team there or something.
Yes, that's what I heard.
Possibly, yeah. So, yeah, this is going to be another one. You're going to want to go to if you're in our area. Chicago, I mean, that's like 3 hours for me. But yeah, it's not going to probably have. This won't be the. This is in like a fairgrounds area with multiple buildings that will have
Right.
toys in it, and it's awesome. But this is not going to be the go down at the lobby and have drinks with people kind of atmosphere. But it is going to be, it's a toy show everybody should attend at least once if they can. I would say. I mean, everybody always asks me when I went to Toylanta, or not Toylanta, when I went to what's the one that you're going to do here soon, Len?
Zolocon?
No.
Retrocon?
RetroCon. I went to RetroCon a couple years ago with Len, and Len was like, "How is this? Is this a good size?" And I'm like, "Yep, this is a great size, but it's not King County. As far as I know, nothing is." So
Yeah, but I mean, half of it's die-cast cars, right?
there's a lot of that, but there's a lot of everything. I mean, yes, you diecast cards, dolls. There used to, I don't know if they still do that, but one of the barns, it's like 6 barns full of toys, and one of them was just dolls. And yeah, I walked through it because it was creepy as hell, and it was actually kind of neat. But so, but I mean, yeah, anything is there. Anything.
Yeah, that's exciting. It's exciting.
There's a lot of shows.
Yeah, there sure is. Shop the Curiosity Toy Show, which is a smaller show, but I heard it's a lot of fun, is in Danbury, Connecticut, May 18th. I think that Mr. Gerard is one that will head that up, and he's usually there. I think we usually have some sightings from Dorklair there also, and I heard that's a fun show. Maryland Toy Expo is new for this year, and it's a one-day event on June 8th at the Maryland Convention Center, and that's going to be a Legionnaire led by some fool named Wolf King Customs and his crew. Heroes Convention, which is in North Carolina, heading back down south. This is Legionnaire led with Toys R Ish. Ish is heading that one up, and I think that they did that last year, and they had a ball. They had a great time because it's a more general con, not just toy related. So that's a lot of cool stuff. This is a brand new one. Joe Fest is June 21st to 23rd, and that's another Toys R Ish led event. I think the name says it all, right?
Yeah, for sure.
It's Joe Fest. It's Joe's. IshCon, which we don't have a whole lot of information about, is August 3rd, and that's in North Carolina. I don't have a lot of info on it, but again, it's not until August, so I'm sure we'll get more. ChrisCon 24 is a TBD date, but that's another one where Jeremy usually heads it up because it's in his neck of the woods. RetroCon, which I feel like was just a couple weeks ago, but it is going to get close to the end of the year, and then the big finale, LegionsCon 2024, November 9th through 10th at the same venue as last year.
Awesome. And I did forget to answer Jesse's question of am I going to be at ZoloCon? Chances are not good. I would love to go to ZoloCon. I like that show. It's super fun.
Yeah.
It's very close to MesquiCon this year, and also Kane County's not that far after MesquiCon. So
I wonder if that's Nolan Collects is talking about that he has videos of King County.
Yeah,
If that was one, you can watch his channel and see some good stuff from the show.
Yeah, I mean, they went to King. Remember that old show that was on? Was it the Toy Hunter
Yeah,
with Jordan Hembro. He went to
I sure
King
do.
County
I remember
on there
that.
too, and there was a huge, you can watch an episode of that.
That show kind of started my journey. I
If you
blame
want
that
to
show for
visit the
some stuff.
boys, you come to MesquiCon. If it's about the visit and hanging out, I would say MesquiCon.
It's Big Dub. He is asking. So
Yes, it was Big
I was
Dub,
just gonna
sorry.
read the. Yeah, I was just gonna read the text.
Jesse saying he's probably going to ChrisCon, Maryland Toy Expo, and RetroCon. Jesse, I'm expecting you at least 2 of those.
Yeah.
You better.
And an advice here from Nolan. I only buy stuff if I feel the Emil tingle.
Yeah, so it's a year that is chock full, and from what I understand, the events are all. There could be possible other ones popping up, not like surprise stuff that they're like holding back, but you kind of never know how the year evolves, like what could be added or change, because sometimes shows pop up that maybe like they want to go to or send someone to. So we'll see.
So what show are you most looking forward to?
Well, I have to say MesquiCon. Well, I mean LegionsCon. That's the one. but other than that, MesquiCon, it's in my hometown, and we're kind of hosting everybody, and I do think that has the potential to have that that real community feel to it.
Yeah.
Because of
Sure.
because of just the way that one's set up. So
I think I have to talk to Tomas about us doing a Sweden con or something, and then we just be him and me with a fika and playing with toys. And like, yay! Might happen.
I would.
Oh, you're welcome, Steven, if you want to come.
Thank you. I would love to.
I'm actually already looking forward to booking the tickets to LegionsCon for next year, and I think it's the 1st of December since 38 minutes ago. So I think the tickets are up to start looking at getting the flights.
Oh wow!
Ready for next year. We have our room booked both in Muskegon and in New Jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to ZoloCon. I enjoy it. It's a fun show. I kind of like broke in there. It's the first show I ever like vended at as like just setting up a table and selling stuff. Not Wolfgang. This is long before that. The first show I ever like talked to the studio and bought a Legion at and got to learn what they were. And I kind of have a special place for that. So I do enjoy it. The venue's a little rough. It's not rough. It's a beautiful venue, but it's hard to like to set up. The logistics of the venue make it difficult, but it's kind of one of the things where you put up with it because it's a very neat like area. And I don't know if I've ever told you this, but it's a decommissioned Air Force centrifuge. Like in the movies where you see the pod at the end of the arm and it swings around with the pilots in it to make them feel G-force and train them. That's
Spies
what
Like
it
Us.
is. Yeah. That's what the venue actually is. It's from like the 60s and the pod is still there. Everything's in there. But the show takes place on the floor under the centrifuge. So it's a very unique atmosphere.
It's pretty cool. It is cool. The one time I was there, I had a really good time. So yeah. I think that's a show, fellas.
Yeah.
That's the show.
Where's my music? Can you play my music?
Cue the music.
It's
Fat bottom girls.
All right, everybody. Thanks for your tuning in to Chapter 51 of LegionsCast. We'll be back, hopefully in a couple weeks. Till then, we'll see you around the land of Mythos and Cosmerium.